But with true love, you enjoy all this adrenaline rush, but you can't wait to get to the other side of the bridge. So it's all this journey of going through the bridge, of learning more of people and understanding what they really are, who they really are, what they believe in, what they like doing, what happened in their past, and just having this pleasure in being with that person and spending time and not just being all physical around it and just all the nuance, you know? So with time, love does grow when you feel that you have to commit yourself to that person. I don't think that love with family grows. I think, and this is going to bring me to the other questions, I think that love is innate towards your family. There is, I have to, I don't know, I didn't research this or anything, but I have to say that there must be something linked to how a parent is loving of a child and how the child is loving of the parent. Like Orygyn said, I don't know, there must be something so powerful in your body. It's not something abstract. There has to be something concrete in this because it's innate. It's within you. You love your parents no matter what. No matter what they did to you, you will always love them. And just a matter, I sometimes do this to, this is weird, to prepare myself, but I imagine my parents dying, and I don't know, I go mad. I start crying, and it's just so powerful that you can't bear to lose them. And it is innate because you don't choose to love them, and you can't not love them. You will always have this feeling towards your family. With friends, it's not the same thing. I mean, I have great friends, but I don't need them for the rest of my life. They are very important to me, but it's something that is secondary. We always have priorities in our life, and we know that finding a significant other is very hard because it's someone with whom you have to share this intellectual connection and also a physical connection, someone who you're going to spend the rest of your life with. And with your friends, it's actually someone who you just do things with, and that is much more easier because people do different things, and it's much easier to find things people who share the common interests, and that's all you need. You don't need to have this special bond, special connection. So I would say that there is like this priority. The family is an innate priority. You don't choose to love them, and the significant other is a balance between the choice and the innateness. Friends are a choice. Significant other, I say it's a balance because there must be something that draws you to that person. And I once saw a documentary. It was very interesting. That they actually measured how we feel attracted to someone else, and the smell plays such an important role that I was amazed by it. Did you guys know that the smell is what first attracts you to a person? And if that smell is good, so say for instance I have 5 men in front of me, and I smell each one of them, and there is one guy that I think the smell is amazing, but these guys aren't allowed to perfume or anything. It's your characteristic smell. All human beings have a characteristic smell, and I'm drawn to a guy who has this amazing smell, and I say that's the guy. I love his smell. And then what they're going to do is they're going to test my immune system and his immune system and see how compatible they are. So the thing is, because I love his smell so much, what they actually proved in this research is that that guy has a different immune system from mine. So when we have a sexual relationship, or when we have sex, and I have a baby, the baby will have such a great immune system because it's a combination of my immune system and his immune system, because we have different immune systems. So the baby is much more capable of surviving in the world from infections and stuff like that. So he has a much powerful immune system. And I found that so curious that, I like his smell because he has a different immune system. So it's within my body to recognize that smell. It's not that the others don't smell well, it's that they aren't compatible enough. They have a too similar immune system. Well, I just find that so interesting. Um, but besides the smell, obviously, there are the features, and facial expressions and features are very important as well. They characterize what you want in your offspring, and also you always relate. I'm speaking as a perspective of a woman. You always relate, and this has been scientifically proved. You always relate the facial expressions and features of a partner with your dad. So we women always related to our fathers, and you men always related to your mothers. So I'm afraid if your mom is like awful and really fat and ugly, but I'm sure she's not. But it's always like that. We always tend to compare them to someone we really love a lot. Um, and then so it goes through all this different perspectives in your, because the first thing is the physical thing. You don't go straight away and have this amazing connection that makes you want to be with that person forever. So it is physical, and obviously when you're with someone, you know. Love falls apart though when people don't make an effort anymore to stay in a relationship. So love falls apart when people become lazy, I guess. I think it has a lot to do with laziness and with the sense of people becoming lost somehow. So obviously we get used to things very easily, and when you get used to a person and you don't see them with those first eyes that you saw them before, because you already know them, you start to get a bit bored and you want something new, and that's when you start to find other people more attractive and you want to start to have an affair and those sort of things. That's when love falls apart. So I have to say that love is very challenging actually. Besides being so powerful and strong, you have to be very the emotion is very strong, but you have to be very strong to have it. So when you're in a relationship with anyone, with a friend, with your family, or with a significant other, you have to make an effort to stay in love with them all the time. And this effort can be done by respecting them, by constantly seeking for more of them, because we are endless. There is always something new to know about the other person, because every day, every moment we are learning something new. We have a different thought, we experience something different, and when in a relationship we can express this. So when you're in a relationship and you're in love, and for this love to grow and not fall apart, you have to make an effort, you have to be patient, you have to have respect, and also you have to be willing to give more from yourself, to accept something more from the other person. I think we can control love. That's where we have the choice of knowing, shall we make this grow or shall we just let it fall apart. There is always a moment in something that you can decide, should I go on or should I stop here. It happens with all your vices and all the things you do but you don't want to do. There is always a moment that you think, can I do something different? Can I change? And that's how we can control love. But obviously you have to be a very strong person with a lot of will, I guess. But love much easily controls us than we control it. And that just happens because it's a very strong emotion, I guess.